I'm gonna record this video really fast at my lunchtime, so we have around 10 minutes. So, in this video, what are we gonna do? We're gonna plant Heuchera or coral bells. I have here 3 different varieties, and I'm gonna share with you my learning and the most important tip that I can give you planting new plants in your garden, if you're a beginner just like me. So, I'm Anna. Hi everyone. As you know, I grow houseplants and I can share some tips and tricks how to grow houseplants in a nicer way. But for the gardening, I'm a beginner and I would like to share with you my journey. So, we have here 3 different types of coral bells. This one, and this one as well. My most important learning that I would like to share with you from the beginning. What I did is basically, first of all, I bought them. I had no clue where to grow them, what type of care they need. I like them, so I bought them. You know how it happens, you go to a store just to buy a pot and you come out with 3 plants and no pot. But basically what I did, I researched and I found a really good channel, which will be actually in the description of this video. It's called Plant Vibrations, if I'm not mistaken, and I found there a really good video about care tips, how to plant, what they like, what they don't like, which I'm gonna share with you concise also in this video, and I'm gonna plant this. But the tip that I wanted to share with you, if you're a beginner just like me for the gardening, I should have most probably turned off the fountain. I hope you will not hear it because I have a new mic, and thank you so much for giving your feedback and saying, Anna, your videos are good, but the audio is shit, so invest in a microphone. So I did. Back to our story. What I learned is basically they like bright areas and can grow also in semi-shade. They will stay low and they also flower, can even produce seeds, and they will attract bees and butterflies, which we want in our gardens, right? In terms of varieties, and there will be another video link in the description because I found another video with 31 varieties. I'm not sure if I would say the names correctly, but it seems this one is, I will need to check my notes. This one, maybe, most probably, where is it? Let me find. Okay, no names. I'm very sorry, no names. I was sure that I wrote somewhere, maybe I didn't save it. But basically, what I did, and this is I can recommend to every single person that tries the gardening in the beginning. In terms of course, you learn, you know, where to grow them, what conditions they like. But here, for example, what I did, I put them. Let's wait until this helicopter flies above us. I don't know if you will hear me, so we need to pause for a second. Okay. So, what I did and highly recommend, you learn where they grow better, and then you put your plants in the spot here where you would imagine them growing with you, just like this. And then observe for 2-3 weeks, maybe 1-2 weeks can be enough. See how they grow. And I could see that they grow pretty well. So for 2-3 weeks, maybe even more to be honest, because I didn't have time to plant them so far, I could see that they grow, new leaves are growing. Maybe they're not as big as the old ones, but still, the growth is pretty well. Here maybe we have slightly smaller leaves, I'm not sure. But it seems they are doing fine. Most importantly, they're not burned by the sunlight, and it's really important. However, I'm still not sure if this is the best spot, to be honest, because these 2-3 weeks were also mostly cloudy, raining a lot. I hope they will do well here, and they like any type of soil, maybe not sandy soil, and here I'm not sure what kind of soil it is, but it's not sandy for sure. The most important planting is to have the crown above the surface of the soil. So when crown, by crown we mean the center where the new leaves grow. So this part should not be under the soil but on top of the soil. So we're gonna do this, and you can see just by sitting on the grass for 2-3 weeks, they already grew their roots through the holes of the pot and into the soil. So they must like it. Let's get into it. I'm gonna actually bring the camera closer. So how about this? I think this is good. And to be honest, I regret that I didn't buy the one with lime leaves, because I think when you have darker leaves, darker foliage, you can actually benefit from planting something very bright next to them, light colors, because then the contrast will be much bigger, and it will look like, I don't know, more beautiful. And by the way, another thing is that yeah, there are different plants in every pot, but I'm not gonna separate them now, because the way that you can propagate them is by splitting the bush, the plant, which I'm not going to do for now. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, let's do it this way. Let's clean a little bit. So we have here this first tree growing, and that's why we have also so many needles here, which actually make the soil acidic. Look what I found. Where is it? A bulb. This looks like hyacinth, maybe, maybe not. We'll see in the spring, it must grow, but we will plant it back. So this one can come here, just in case, you know. So let's start by digging up the soil. To be honest, I think it's a little bit sandy now that I dig into it. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but it's very easy to dig up the holes here. And to be honest, as you know, this garden is new, and this is actually the first plant that I'm planting. Isn't it awesome? I also have 2 blueberries that are waiting for their turn, but after a lot of consideration back and forth to find the right spot, we decided, meaning me and my husband, decided to plant them for now in bigger pots. And let's see. By the way, if you can have any tips for me to get rid of mosquitoes, please share, because they are eating me right now. Maybe that's why I'm hurrying more. But no, I need to go back to work. That's why I'm hurrying. So you can see the soil. It seems that it's not even soil, but some sort of turf or something that's sitting, peat moss maybe even. But what I'm gonna do is just slightly massage the roots so that they stop growing in circle and can grow into the soil. And I'm gonna plant it right here. For now, I will just place them next to each other and see how they look. Maybe I will need to move them. And if you will have any dry leaves like this, just you can pull them. You don't need these bad leaves, because everything that stays in the plant, on the plant, and gets rotten is attractive for bugs. So, not for bugs, but for pests. So, then this one will be here. No, maybe this should be in the middle. Look how pretty this one is. Isn't it beautiful? I will also write the names actually in the description, but these will be the names that I think they are called. They are quite wild, quite spread plants, I think. That's also my learning, but they are new to me, so I don't know the names. And the pots didn't have any labels. They don't say, just Heuchera mix. So this one will come in here. Oh my god, do you hear the mosquito? Yeah, I definitely need to dig a little bit more here, but so not too deep. Did you see? So basically this is the level of the soil, and this is the crown, meaning the top of the plant where it's growing from. So next year maybe we will have more plants, or like bushier plant to separate, but I'm also fine with this. I don't need more. And by the way, they are winter hardy, of course, depending on your location. But in my location, they should preserve their colorful foliage even in winter. And actually, if we look from our winter garden, we look directly at this spot. And in winter, I want to see colors, right? I know that you know what I mean. So I'm gonna plant this one now a little bit deeper. Okay, by the way, I bought these gloves and the shovel too because now I'm so excited to have this opportunity to plant garden plants, flowers, and learn about them because it's always a slight minus when you. Am I too much in the camera? Yeah, if you don't have any growing opportunities and your plant journey is limited only to house plants, which is still an amazing journey, but having a garden is totally different story. And by the way, I have two gardens. One is the vegetable garden. Let's differentiate them because one is vegetable garden where, if you have seen the previous videos, I explained that there are some rules and we have to grow. It's not our only, our will, but we have to grow vegetables, fruits, and flowers. You have to grow them 1/3 of the soil. But this is our garden where we live, so we can plant here whatever we want. And it needs to be deeper here as well because I think if I would water, the roots will be exposed. So I'm gonna cut a little bit more here. By the way, yes, I forgot to tell you that I will write the names in the description, but I'm not sure if it's the right names. So if you know their names, please, please, please write them. Write them in the comments because I want to know their names. Of course, it's always beneficial to know the exact names of your plants. I hope I'm not late for my work, to be honest. Doing it lunchtime, quick, again, because after work we're going to our vegetable garden. That's the only time we can go during the week after work. So, let's plant it quick. I'm gonna actually dump this water here. And we are done. By the way, also let me know if the sound, if the audio is better now. So, let's do this. Oh, this is rainwater, by the way, the best for plants. Mosquitoes. This is it for now. This is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.